Okay, so Beth, what's the hardest part about being on the streets for you?
The constant fear. Fear of being hurt, fear of being alone, fear this is going to be the end of my life. Fear that this is where I'm going to die. Really, I do, and I should fear everything out here. Overdose, rape, homelessness, being cold, so cold, you can't stand it. I think it's fear, all of it.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Philadelphia and welcome to another video bringing you the real life stories of so many that are dealing with homelessness and living on the streets. According to the Philadelphia Office of Homeless Services, 18% of the city's homeless population is unsheltered and living in places unsuitable for human habitation.
Who am I speaking to today?
Beth,
Beth, how you doing today, Beth?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. What's your current situation, Beth?
I am a homeless drug addict in Philadelphia.
Okay, and are you born and raised in Philadelphia?
No.
No,
South
where you
Jersey.
from?
South Jersey, Salem County.
South Jersey. How old are you, Beth?
42.
42 years old. How long you been on the streets?
On and off for 2 years.
3 years or 2 years?
2.
2 years? What's that been like?
It's the hardest thing I'll ever do.
I can imagine. I always say that, being on the streets is pretty much the hardest thing, next to being in prison.
I don't know, I was just in prison, so I think I'd maybe take that, to be honest.
Wow. So what brings you to Philadelphia?
Unfortunately, drugs.
Drugs. So you came here to get drugs?
Yes.
So, and how did you end up staying?
I stayed out of spite for one weekend and just never went home, and then going home became not an option.
Okay. How did it come about? Like you ended up on the street?
Like I said, I came here, I was driving at the time, I had a place with my boyfriend, and I stayed for a while out of spite, and then my car broke down, and one thing just led to another, and at first it wasn't bad. I mean, I was staying on friends' couches and whatnot, but, that gets old fast.
Do you have any friends or family here in Philly?
I have a couple of what I call acquaintances, friends, yes. But no, I kind of keep to myself.
Okay, you mentioned your boyfriend. What happened to him?
He didn't know about my drug use, so when he found out about it, the relationship ended.
Wow. What's your drug of choice, Beth?
Well, I have to do heroin. That's not what I say my drug choice is. I do that to basically stay well. Besides that, I crack.
And have you ever been to a rehab or anything like
I
that?
have. I was in rehab. I had 5 years clean. Relapsing within a month I was down here.
Wow. You think about going back?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Why haven't you?
I don't want to put my family in that situation.
I'm sorry to hear that, Beth. Are you still in communication with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, don't you think that they would be happy for you?
Oh, yeah, they'll be happy if I got clean.
Yeah. So, I mean, you should want to do that. I mean, don't you want to get out of this situation?
I do.
That'll be the best start. You don't think?
Absolutely.
So, what about the resources here in Philadelphia? Have you tried to use them?
Well, I have. Some of them, all the stuff are actually going to rehab. I went on my own the 2 times that I went. But I've stayed at shelters, I've signed up for housing. don't think any of that is necessarily going to get me clean or help me get clean.
I mean, it'll help get you off of the streets a little bit. It's a step.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, what's your shelter experience been like?
Honestly, not bad. I get crowded, but I didn't have this feeling in the.
Yeah, that's common in those shelters.
Yeah, the clicky thing that most shelters have. I didn't really experience any of that.
Okay, so have you connected with like outreach to
Yes.
try to get housing and stuff?
Yep.
How did that go?
I wanted to list for housing. I talk to them at least once a week, sign a check-in at least once a week. That's where it stands right now.
Okay. How do you feel that they help and assist people? I mean, from your experience with dealing with them.
Honestly, the main thing I know them to do is basically either talk to you about rehab or talk to you about a shelter. Besides that, everything else is just a large. I mean, I've never even heard them say anything else besides those two options. So,
How do you go about, getting money on a daily basis?
I boost.
You do what you do, and how does that work for you?
Well, I say the majority of the time it works out, but sometimes when it doesn't work out, it's really bad. I mean, you go to jail. You spend some time in jail and come right back out. And if you're me, you do the same thing all over again.
That's not a good cycle, Beth. I mean, I feel like, you can do so many other things and, and just not be at risk on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? I know, it's survival out here. I don't encourage or I don't condone those things. However, I do understand, like, survival, and I connect with a lot of people out here, and I know what it's like. But how do the people treat you here in Philadelphia?
Well, honestly, horribly. In Center City, where the more affluent people are, they tend to just look right through you, like you're not there. In Kansas City, where there are people more like me, they just rob you and steal from you and beat you up and any list of things for the most part.
Okay, so Beth, what's the hardest part about being on the streets for you?
Constant fear.
Huh?
The constant fear. Of fear of being hurt, fear of being learned. Fear this is going to be the end of my life. This is where I'm going to die. Really, I do, and I should fear everything out here. Overdose, rape, homelessness, being cold, so cold, you can't stand it. I think it's fear, all of it.
Okay, Beth, what's a regular day like for you out here?
I get up before the sun most of the time, and the store that opens the earliest. I do my thing. I go back to Kansas and I sell my stuff. I pop my drugs, and I do it all over again. I literally fall asleep.
Same thing every day?
Yep. Every
Wow.
day. Every day. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. We celebrate the holidays out here, so why not?
What's your plan, Beth? Like moving forward? Like you don't plan on being out here forever, do you?
No. I'm just waiting for the day that I had enough, I guess. I thought it'd be before now, but I don't know what it's going to take.
Yeah, man, it's gonna get better, Beth. But you gotta want it. You gotta, come to terms like, okay, enough is enough, and just change some things, one step at a time. It doesn't happen overnight, but, you gotta really want it. And, there is some help out there, and people, somebody seeing this on my platform may want to reach out and help. But the thing about it is, people only want to help people who want to help themselves. You know what I'm saying? If people feel like, oh, well, they're just trying to, be out there, they don't want no help, they're just like, whatever. And so that's why I do these interviews to, individualize people and show that, some people are just in a bad situation. But then there's a lot of people that are just in it and content. You know what I'm saying?
I'm certainly like,
I feel you, Beth. What's the craziest experience you've had since you've been out here?
I got shot 5 times last year.
Shot?
Yeah.
Like with a gun?
Yeah.
Wow, you want to talk about that? Like, how did that happen?
The long and short of it is I was going to cop, and they were after the lookout in the corner of the block, and I just happened to passing by him, and when they started shooting at him, they got me too.
Wow, so it was just a wrong place, wrong time type of thing.
Yeah.
But you're blessed to still be here.
Yeah.
And that's how you know you're here for a reason, Beth.
Sweet.
And, your story may be able to change somebody's life. You know what I mean? You're here for a reason. You still have purpose in this world. You just have to figure out what it is. You know what I mean? When things like that happen, there's purpose in your life. And you just gotta figure out, man, what it is, and just take a step. Things can turn around. Things can change tomorrow. You know what I mean?
So he's the first one went to rehab.
Oh yeah? What happened?
So they can't find like the drive to even survive most things.
Yeah. How long was that one? How long was that stint?
I did 3 months, 90 days I did. And that's when I had 5 years clean.
Wow. Where were you then? In Jersey?
No, this is Florida.
Oh, in Florida?
I came home to Jersey to rehab.
Oh, okay. And then things took a turn?
Well, like I said, I had 5 years clean. I don't even know what the break was that caused me to relapse. I wish I did.
Wow. Well, you can always do it again because you proved that you have what it takes. You know what I mean? And you still do. You got what it takes, Beth. And, these drugs are cheaper here, but they're getting worse. You know what I mean? Like the trank and fentanyl, and you know what I mean? There's no more real dope, I guess you can say, and this stuff is tearing people up.
You're right, it's Helios.
And you're still, you're still in good standings. You know what I mean? So it's not too late for you, Beth. And I would love to see you, make that change and get up out of this thing, man. Because there's no place for a woman. There's no place for no one but, a woman. And I'm sure being out here, what it's like for a woman and the things that happen and can happen.
All too well.
Right. So, what advice would you give to another young lady so she won't have to go through something like this?
Just don't wait. They say wait.
Speak up for me, Beth.
They say wait till you hit your rock bottom. Don't wait for that. I mean, why? Why wait till you hit rock bottom? Your rock bottom could be you dead. Just give it a try. Not this, like rehab, living clean, doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Because this isn't a solution. This doesn't fix anything.
Right. So
Makes it harder.
are you still in contact with your family?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I mean, some people don't, they don't have communication with their family, so
Very
that's
fortunate
good.
that
That's
my
good.
family
Then.
is there for me, in every way financially. And I don't blame them for that. I wouldn't do that either.
Yeah. So what would you like to say to anybody that may see this?
Just think twice. They say you get stuck here and never leave it, but it's the absolute truth. And really, you're stuck there waiting to die or waiting to change your life. There's the only two options. And very, very few of us are lucky enough to actually change our lives.
Right.
This place will kill most people.
Yeah, it's kind of bad, man. That's why I want to see, a lot of the people I connect with, make that change. And I try to do updates and, hopefully people can, turn things around. What would you want anybody to know about Beth as a person?
That it really was so much more than just that. I had a whole life before this. Not everybody is the same.
All right. I got you, Beth, man. You're gonna be all right. Stay strong, Beth. All right, Beth, man. Thanks for your time and thanks for sharing your story. Like I said, Beth, stay strong. I will continue to, communicate with you and check up on you and, continue to, try to see how things are going for you. All right.